Hello, 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 Crossroads Witches and other interesting magical beings. And it also seems that my cat Chester is going to be joining us for this video. Today I want to be talking about how do you get wise? Where does wisdom come from? The wise old witch, And I asked some of the cottage witches where they got their wisdom from, and they were like, from the mistakes I've made, from the bad shit that's happened, and various other calamities. And I was like, wow, there's got to be a better way to get wisdom. And so I went hunting up, and I found 10 characteristics, 10 traits, 10 things that we strive to be wise people, all right? And I'm going to run through them real quick. I do say I wouldn't put them in my own book because I think they're well worth going back and reminding ourselves. This is like that 4 agreements where we, it's not always about you, but periodically we have to be reminded of that because we get wrapped up in it. All right, Chester. He's determined to over here. It seems like whenever I get up in a corner and turn the camera on, here comes Chester. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is wise people don't try to change what's out of their control. Sounds simple. I mean, think about it, the traffic jam on the way to work. It's out of your control. You can't do anything about it. Rainy weather on a special day. It's out of your control. You can't do anything about it. How others treat us, out of our control. Yeah, there's some wisdom right there. Okay? The next one I want to do is, I'm sitting here, I look down. I lost my place for half a thought because the Chester kitty. But it's crucial to take responsibility. I know it's a hard one. We all have it. But wise people know that overcoming insecurities starts with embracing your strengths. All right? This is where you really start to tap into your own personal power. And it's a process that takes time. You have to work on it. All right? We all have an incredible amount of energy and an incredible amount of potential. And the way to tap into it is when we start taking accountability and responsibility for our own actions. All right? Number 3 on this little short list is people change and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Yeah. And I often think about the fact that we go through the whole cellular DNA, or not DNA, but cellular changeover every 7 years. All the cells in our body have died and completely new ones. So every 7 years, technically, we're a different person. And then I think about something much more mundane in our own lives of, I want you to think about who you were at 19. Yeah, I know, that gave you an icky face right there. Now I want you to think about who you were at 29 and how totally different these people are. How much you've changed, how much you've learned, what you've experienced, all right, where you've grown. And for some of us, it is almost a 180-degree turnabout. Who I was at 19 is not who I am at 29 and who I'm going to be at 39, So you have to be aware of the fact that people change and there's nothing you can do about it. All right? Next one up is being tactful is better than being honest. Oof. I know I done said that out loud. All right? But the fact is, the way you say something, no matter how true it is, matters. Being tactful, okay? And yes, you might be right, but is it going to be at the expense of the other person? Maybe there's a gentler, tactful way You can do this. And of course, we can always go with, my grandmas as witches. Just be quiet. Don't say nothing. And if you're a good Southerner, we say bless your heart. And just let it get with that. But being tactful is better than being honest. Think about that one. All right. A wise person knows that love looks different to everyone. It sort of goes without saying, especially my LGBTQ plus rainbow community folk. That's something that's very much celebrated within community. And so you think, yeah, love looks different. But I want you to think about it within a whole global concept. I want you to think about different cultures. I want you to think about different ethnicities, nationalities, and the way they express love. And for them, that's just as valid as the way we're expressing our love. All right. We all got a right to be ourselves, witches. We all got the right to be ourselves. Next one up, and I thought this was a good one. Wise people know not to forget their friends. Make time for your friends. When a lot of times we're talking about grounding, sometimes the best grounding exercise we can have is spending an evening with our friends. All right? This is about valuing the people that are around you and not taking them for granted. Wise people do not forget their friends. Now, the next one is, ooh, honey. Sometimes there isn't a reason for anything. Wise people know sometimes things just happen because they happen. All right? And that understanding that life happens isn't a bad perspective or an internalizer. All right? It's just accepting the fact that sometimes things happen. Next one up, and I think this one is really important in today's world, is opinions deserve to be expressed, not honored. I know. Opinions deserve to be expressed, not honored. All right? If you want to sit there and proclaim that the sky is pink, you have every right to make that proclamation. But don't expect me to start saying that with you. Don't expect me to honor the belief, your personal belief that the sky is pink. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right. It's what matters is that people have the right to form their own thoughts, perspectives, and reactions to anything around them. Wise people understand that while there is nothing inherently wrong with having an opinion, what's wrong is if the person in question expects everyone to accommodate them at all times about that. All right? There are some things that are just empirical facts. Fire is hot and gravity works. And learning to keep yourself, sit it back. You don't have to be getting all up in there. Sky is pink, the fire is not hot discussion. You can stand there and quietly let them say their piece and, go with it. Well, isn't that interesting? That's all you got to do right there. All right? Just give them the space. Doesn't mean you got to agree or disagree. I ain't got to honor it, but I did give them the space to speak it. Now, this one I think is the hardest one, and I know for me personally, it's something I've dealt with over the years. Actually, I'm still currently going through it, if truth be told, which is closure isn't always given, but made. Sometimes we're in situations, relationships, complications, families, whatnot. We don't get closure for whatever reason. We have to take it upon ourselves to make that closure. All right. And that is a process. I'm not sitting here up on a mountain talking like I know what I'm saying. As I said earlier, I am a work in progress with learning to have closure and some relationships, some experiences, some family, all sorts of stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking? I know I'm not the only witch sitting in a room in which has got a whole pile of crap behind me. All right? And one of the things is that wise people know that sometimes they have to make their own ending. Yeah. All right? That's what I'm saying right there. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. All right? Life doesn't always give you a neat way to wrap things up. So learning how to do it is where you gain your wisdom. Right there. All right. And the last one I want to talk about is experiences are more important than material possessions. We all say it. It's so easy to say, but it's easy enough also to get wrapped up in material possessions, acquisitions, trends, all sorts of little things. Ooh, I got to go get me these earrings. All right. Understanding experiences are more important. And that is the key to a full life. All right. Focus on lasting connections and doing work that is meaningful to you is how a wise person strives to live their lives. All right, witches, I hope this helped all of y'all, encouraged, inspired, empowered you out there on your own personal paths to wisdom, knowing we're all a work in progress, and it's just about striving to do a little better each day. And with that said, get out there, fly those brooms, have a bright, blessed day, and as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and H.o.W. Oh, you're too cute. You just won't give it up, will you? You know, you keep rubbing on me, and I can't. I just gotta pet you. Oh, you're the pretty, 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 pretty kitties, aren't you? Oh, just so pretty, pretty, pretty kitty. Are you the pretty, pretty, pretty kitty? Yes. Oh, thank you. I needed a tail in my nose. Are you the pretty, 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 pretty kitty? Are you gonna smile for the camera for me? No, you ain't gonna smile for the camera. All right, let's go get some other stuff done here, boo. And don't forget, happy water, sad water. Always be mindful of your words, because it affects the water that you drink. And this has been a public service announcement from your Happy Dark Witch. Woo!